I'd like to introduce Rick from Agins Law Firm. Rick helps create trust and legal entities that wealthy parents use to protect their wealth and benefit their children. Also builds charitable foundations that help the founders have the right infrastructure to raise money to spread the word and breathe life into their passion. So Rick, turn it over to you. I know you've got a great story to talk about someone that amassed a fortune and it didn't have anything in place until they met you. So maybe tell that interesting story if you would.
Sure, Ira. You never know people. You never know. You can't judge a book by its cover. I met a man locally, a neighbor of mine actually, who I never saw in anything but t-shirt and shorts. Unassuming guy, regular, down to earth, regular Joe, let's say. And he had been in the publishing industry and was not a high flyer, but somehow or other, he managed to amass what I consider to be a sizable amount of money. And in the course of talking one day, as I was doing his estate plan, he said, I'd never want to be in a position where I lived $1 million for one of my kids and it gets taken because I don't have an estate plan. So I said, well, let's go ahead with it. So we went ahead and did an estate plan. In the course of that, I found out that his estate was actually worth $7.2 million, which to me is a bunch of money, yeah. And everything went off without a hitch. He had some property in another state that we had to protect as well. And we did all that. And I got a call 2 months later from one of his daughters who was an adult. And she called me to let me know that he had died. I was very sad to hear that. And she was obviously very sad as well, but she said, I'm calling you just to thank you because I'm a lawyer myself. I don't do estate plan work. And I can't thank you enough for getting my dad and mom's house in order because he wasn't ill. He was perfectly healthy, really. This was very unexpected. And he just died of a heart attack suddenly. So thank you so much for making sure that the family was taken care of and all the kids didn't have to squabble over the money. And, Ira, that makes me feel great because, so often what I find is you have families that are seemingly harmonious and all of a sudden money comes up and it's World War III. So in this particular case, we averted World War III and took care of the husband, took care of the wife, and took care of the kids, which is what I do.
Wow, what a great story. I mean, that's so true because I've seen that in families where everybody gets along great, the kids get along great, and suddenly there's a lot of money involved, and now the relationship split and things are never the same, and you have all this animosity, and that's the last thing that a parent would want to have happen after they're gone. But thanks for that great story and that insight. And so, Rick, if anybody wants to get a hold of you regarding estates, and I strongly recommend estates for everybody because you've got to plan for these things in advance. Rick, how could everybody get a hold of you?
Either by telephone at 480-401-2660, or my website is www.aginslawfirm, AGINS
All right. Well, thanks so much, Rick. Everybody take care, stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.